Okay, guys, we're going to try this. As you can see, I have two things pulled up on my screen. These are the two things that you should have pulled up as well. You should have the notes pulled up, as well as the video pulled up, so that you can follow along with this video as I talk about the notes. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth, as should you. The reason that I did it this way so that you can pause in areas that you need to and rewind if you need to. So hopefully you are able to follow along with these notes and learn a few things as we go on. All right. So we're going to start on the notes. Today is Friday, October 2nd, 2020. Make sure that you have that date up there. The essential question for today is, I can use the rules to add integers, or how do I use rules to add integers? All right, the first thing that we're going to look at is a couple easy ones right away. We're not going to get into the rules for adding integers right away. However, I am going to show you an easy way to add integers using a number line. Okay, so let's pop over to this video real quick. We'll make it large screen. And let's go for it. We are going to start with an easy one, 4 plus 3. I know you guys already probably know that, and you can use your fingers or whatnot if you need to. However, I am going to show you on the number line how easy it is to do 4 plus 3. Okay, so we first start off with that first number, the 4, and we need to find that on the number line and identify that with a dot. All right, so we're going to put a dot on that number line to identify that's where we're starting. Now, in this case, we are adding 3 more. We are adding 3 positives to this. So we are going to move that dot 3 spaces in the positive direction. Positive direction on a number line is always to the right. So 1, 2, 3 spots puts us on 7, which we already identified as the correct solution to that problem. Going to make it a little more difficult now. Now we're going to add 2 negative numbers together. We're going to do -6 plus -3. What I like to think about with this is like owing somebody $6 and then doing more, borrowing more. So we're going to start at already owing them $6. We're going to start at the negative, okay? But in this case, we're going to add 3 more negative numbers, okay? When we are adding a negative number, that means that we are going to move that dot to the left. We're going to add it in the negative direction. 3 negatives from that -6 puts us at 1, 2, 3 more negatives at -9. All right, I'm going to pause this video real quick and let's talk about what happened there. Okay, if you notice, my 2 answers are simply just adding those numbers together, right? 4 plus 3 is 7, and on the bottom one, 6 plus 3 is 9. True? And if we look on that top problem, both of the numbers we are adding together are positive numbers, and our answer is positive. On the bottom one, both of the numbers we are adding together are negative numbers, and our answer is still negative. That is one of the rules that we are going to talk about here in a little bit. Let's look at 2 other ones. -4 plus -7. Again, I'm sorry, -4 plus 7. Again, we are going to start at -4. And in this case, we're starting in the negative, but we're adding a positive number. So we are going to add in the positive direction. we're going to go from that -4, our starting point, and we're going to go to the right that many number of times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -4 plus 7 on the number line shows us our answer is -3, or +3, sorry, +3. So get one more real quick. 1 plus a -5. Starting at 1, put your dot on the +1. And in this case, we are again adding a negative number. So when we add a negative number, that negative number tells us that we're going to go to the left that many times. So starting from +1, going to the left because it's negative 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts us at -4 for our answer. All right, guys, so if we go back to our notes page now, those are the 4 things that you should have done along with us. But remember I talked about these 4 plus 3 and -6 plus 3 back on the video, and we said that if they have the same signs, that +4 and +3 you added to make 7, and that -3 and -6 you add 6 and 3, you get 9. Okay, that's what we're going to look for. So the first rule that we're looking for is if numbers have the same sign, what do? If the numbers have the same sign, you simply add the numbers and keep the sign. So if we think about these ones back up here, if you add the numbers, 4 plus 3 is 7, both of the numbers are positive, so my answer is positive. If you think of over here, both of the signs are negative, so add the numbers to get 9, but because both of them are negative, your answer remains negative. So same signs, add and keep. Therefore, if you have the opposite, if you have different signs, you must subtract those numbers. Now, what do you do to keep the sign? How do you know what sign you keep? Well, that comes from which which number had more. So I want you to think, were there more positives or more negatives? Okay, so in -4 plus 7, remember we came up with an answer of 3. So think about it as this way. They are different signs. They are -4 with a +7, different signs. You subtract those numbers. 7 minus 4 is 3. Are there more negatives here, or are there more positives? There's more positives, therefore the answer is positive. Just like this one. 1 plus -5. The signs are different again, so we subtracted 5 minus 1 and you get 4. But then again you look, are there more positives or more negatives? In this case there's more negatives, so your answer is negative. I hope that cleared up for you guys. If you have any questions, again, pop back into the chat and and ask, excuse me, or unmute yourself and ask. What I want you to do now for the time being is finish this second page on your own. Try these 5 questions as well as these 2 word problems. When you are done with those there's 6 problems up here and 2 problems down here. When you're done with those 8 problems, you are done for now. Go ahead and click the save button, the turn in button up here on the right, and wait until we come back as a class in a few minutes.